Hi, this is Jack Godfrey, and this is a Qigong intermediate class. In today's class, we're going to be covering the last part. This is part 4, actually, of the Dao Yin series. And so today, we're working on balancing postures. So I brought an assistant with me in the form of a chair, in the event that your balance may be challenged, like mine is from time to time, and you need some help standing up. So you can use a wall, you can use a chair, you can use another person even, if somebody happens to be nearby. So that's the Dao Yin series. We're going to wrap up with that. Our warm-up today is going to be a series that I learned from my teacher to boost the immune system. So we're going to give that a go and see how that works out. I have had some questions about the three aspects of our practice and of our body, the Jing, the Qi, and the Shan, known as the three treasures. The Jing, J-I-N-G, is the physical aspect of the body. So it's the meat suit, if you wish, that we walk around in. And it's also the physical aspect of the Qigong practice itself, where you move the body, you move the arms, you twist the torso, you move up and down. So that's the Jing, that's the body, that's the meat suit, that's the physical aspects. And then the second is the Qi. Sounds like cheese, but it's spelt Q-I. You'll also see it spelled C-H-I, but it's Q-I, and it's the first part of the word Qigong, or Qigong. So Q-I-G-O-N-G. So Q-I, Qi, is the energetic stuff of the body. So this is the breath, the blood, the bioelectric energy that keeps the body animated. Without that stuff, there would still be a body, but there would be nothing going on. So the energetic part is what keeps the body moving. It makes it able to move. And finally, the third aspect is the Shen, the mind. So what's going on in the head? The mind is occupied within the physical aspect of the body, the Jing, but it needs the Qi in order to stay in the body. And if you don't have the Jing and you don't have the Qi, you're not going to have the Shen. So the Shen, it's the mind, it's what we're thinking about at the time. And as I've said in other videos, you need all three to get the benefit, the most benefit out of a Qigong practice. But really it's the last one, the Shen, that we're building up to, which adds the most significant part. Keeping your mind focused on what's going on in your practice will help to heal the body, get it out of the fight or flight stress state and into the rest, relax, and restore and rebuild. So a whole lot of re's there. So rebuild, restore, rejuvenate, relax. And so that's what the first two do. And when you get the Shen to focus on what's going on in the present moment, well then you get a much better practice and you get much more benefit from it. And we need to talk another time about the 5 thieves, the 5 senses. And these are what make it difficult for the Shen, the mind, to stay focused on the practice. And we'll talk about how we combat that during a practice in one of our other videos. So, today, the wrap-up of Dao Yin, starting with the balancing postures. But first, we're going to move into our warm-up. So as always, we start with setting up our foundation. Where are our feet relative to the rest of the body? We're not standing like this, and we're not over here like this, or you got the feet in one way or the other. You want to make sure you have a good, solid foundation. So you want to have the feet comfortably hip-width apart. Outside of hips, outside of feet, one above the other. And the feet more or less parallel. So the distance between the feet is the width of your two hands or the width of your 2 feet. So you can look down and go, yeah, that looks about right. You could bend over and put your hands between your feet and go, yeah, that is right. There's even an easier, well, there's a couple more ways as well. Lift the toes on one foot, lift the heel as well, pivot around and put the heel down, and it should just about touch the ball joint of the other foot. And then you swing it back so the feet are parallel, and you go, there we are. And there's one more. Bring the feet close together. Turn them out 45 degrees roughly, and then turn the heels out behind the toes so that the feet are parallel. And this will work also. Doesn't involve any bending over. So there you go. Many ways to get the foundation established. And then we work on the small triangle and the large triangle. So small triangle, big toe, little toe, ball of the foot. Large triangle, big toe, little toe, and heel. And so you shift the weight onto the small triangle without lifting the heel. Shift the weight into the heels without lifting the toes. So all we're doing is putting pressure on the toes and shifting that pressure, that weight, into the heels. So this is, well, it's the foundation yet again, but this is a small triangle, large triangle, and now we're going to move into standing on a boat. But we need to work on our torso here. So standing on a boat, we come forward, we lift the ribs, we lift the tailbone, we lift the chin, and we gaze to the horizon. And then we move into the large triangle, we drop the chin, we drop the ribs, we tuck the tailbone in. And this is a turtle back. And so we come here. This is a dragon's back. So you lift the ribs, we lift the chin, we lift the tailbone, stretch the front of the body. A turtle back, we stretch the back of the body. So you bring the shoulders forward, we tuck the tailbone in, you drop the ribs. So we've got our small triangle, our large triangle, a dragon's back, and a turtle back. So from the side, a dragon's back, stretching the front, a turtle back, stretching the back. And now we're going to move into our boosting the immune system series as part of our warm-up. To begin with, we're going to pull down the heavens 3 times. So you turn to the right. We gather the chi from the earth. We reach up to the heavens. We stretch. We lengthen as we turn to the opposite side. And we bring the chi down, in to the brass basin. So inhale. Last one of these. All right, so now we're going to work through the 3 movements that comprise this boosting the immune system movements. So we start with standing on a boat. So we lift the chin, we lift the ribs, we lift the arms. And exhale, we come on down. So inhale, you draw the chi up. And exhale, you bring it back to the earth. So inhale, a dragon's back. Exhale, a turtle back. So from the side, inhale, we draw the chi up. And exhale, we bring it back down. So inhale, we're on the small triangle. Exhale, the large triangle. So we'll do a couple more of these and then we'll move on. So it's inhale. And exhale. So last one. All right, so the next one we're going to do is wave hands like clouds, and there's 2 variations we're going to do of that. And so for this, we need to be in our stacking of the bone stance. So shoulders, ribs, hip, ankle, all in a pile. This leg bent, this one straight. Then you come up over here, and we come here as well. Shoulder, ribs, hip, ankle, all in a pile, knee bent, leg straight. And also, as we move from side to side, you want to have the weight in the heel. So we're over here, and we come here, and you settle into the heel. So we're in the large triangle. Shift into the small triangle, weight in the toes. Push with the toes, land in the heel. So large triangle, shift onto the small triangle, push, and we end up on the large triangle here. Now what happens is my hips are turned a little bit, so I'm facing towards the dragon's tongue tree here. Shift the weight into the toe. That causes the hips to turn. We push with the toes, we land in the heel, and now the hips are facing this way. Shift the weight into the toes. We land in the heel. Shift the weight into the toes, and we come over here into the heel. And now we're going to add the hands to this. So we come down here, and we come up over here. And so this is the expelling part, where we're coming up and we're pushing it away. So you come here, we gather the chi, and we push. And once again, weight in the heel, shift the weight into the toes. Weight in the heel, shift into the toe. And now the opposite of that is gather. So the arms are going to go in the opposite direction. And this is generally where I screw up, because the normal route to go is like so. But what we want to do now is we start here and we go here. So you come down to the center. So you're gathering the chi in and you're bringing it in to the body. So that was gathering the fresh chi, freshening up the body. And this one here is expelling the chi. So we're bringing it out and we're pushing it away. And we work through that in a sequence. So we start here, standing on a boat. And now, expelling the chi. Standing on a boat. And gather the chi. Standing on a boat. Expelling the chi. Standing on a boat. Gathering the chi. So you gather it from the heavens and you bring it down in to the brass basin. Standing on a boat. Expelling the chi. So we start here, we gather the chi, and we push it away. Standing on a boat. So this is our last part. And now, gather the Qi. So we're here, and we come on down. Bringing that fresh Qi into the body. And then we wrap up with standing on a boat. All right, and so now we'll pull down the heavens 3 times and then move into the remainder of the Dao Yin series. So gather the Qi from the earth, reach up to the heavens, big stretch in the body. And we draw the Qi down. So inhale. All right, so I'm going to bring over my assistant here. And it's known as a folding metal chair. So if you find that you have issues with balance, you can use a wall. Well, my walls are behind curtains and plants, so I can't reach them. So you can also use a chair. And we'll be demonstrating that with the tree pose and the scorpion pose. But to begin with, we're looking at the white crane stands on one leg. And so this is a balance pose as well, but the crane does different things with its hands. So you can have pushing the wings up to the air, pushing them out to the side. You can do crane's beaks with your hands as well. And so we're going to repeat this guy a couple times, and as well, if you need to, you can grab a hold of the chair, but that means only one wing is up. So for crane stands on one leg, put all the weight on one foot. So you want to be on the large triangle. So equal weight between the toes and the heels, the knees slightly bent, the belly button pulled in, the tailbone tucked in. Just touch the toe to the earth with the other foot. Now, important here, don't lift the hip. So when you lift the leg, you don't want to tip the hip up. You want to just lift the knee and keep the hip stationary. This helps a whole lot with balance. And so if you find that your balance is not working that well today, just touch the toe to the earth. The other thing that may help here is when you bring the foot up is to push the foot against the side of the leg. Be careful that you're not putting significant pressure on your knee. You want to have the heel above the knee or just below the knee, but don't press directly on the knee. Now, having said all that, let's see what we can do with white crane stands on one leg. Establish that foundation. Pull the belly button in and bring the hands up. And so for this one, palms are pushing to the ceiling. Lift the leg, put the foot against the other leg, and we hold here. So my balance is great today, as I suspected. And then you bring the hands down. You shift the weight to the other leg. Now, once again, establish that foundation. Large triangle, knee bent, belly button pulled in, tailbone in, shoulders down the back. Bring the hands up and lift the other leg. And we hang out here. And we come on down. And so that's one repeat of the pose. Generally when I'm doing the Dao Yin series, I do 3 or 4 repeats. So we'll do one more here. This time I'm going to use the crane beaks hands. So just to give you a close-up of what that looks like. So the crane's beak is fingertips and thumb come together. And so this makes for a very strong point if you need to do various things with that. All right, so now we're back to all the weight on this leg. Tuck the tailbone in, pull the belly button in, be on the large triangle. Bring the arms up, and now we're doing the crane's beak here, so the elbows are bent, fingers are pointing down. Lift the knee, but not the hip. And you bring the leg down, and we move over to the other leg. So once again, establish that foundation. You want to be on the large triangle, equal weight between the toes and the heels. Bend the knees, pull the belly button in, tuck the tailbone in, get the crane's wings in place, and then lift the leg without lifting the hip. And we hold here for a few breaths. And we come on down. So that's white crane stands on one leg. If you need to touch the floor with your toe to keep your balance going, well, that's fine. Just touch and lift back up. If you find you need to keep there and keep that toe touching, well, that's fine. All the weight's on the other leg, and this one's just here because we need a bit of balance. You lift it up and you go, yeah, no, I need to recover my balance, so you just keep doing that. And what you'll find over time is that your balance will improve. And then, of course, you get screwed up and your balance sucks one day. And that's life. And the thing is just to accept that and move on and recognize that today was a day when balance isn't working that great. Tomorrow is another day. All right, the next one is tree pose. Now there's a tree pose in yoga as well. And this is very similar to it, except we have a twist going on. So, and this, again, we're on one leg. So our friend, the tree, this is not a tree, this is a chair. Our friend, the chair, may prove quite useful here. So for tree pose, what we're looking to do here is the same thing as in white crane. We establish that foundation. Small triangle, large triangle, equally between the two. Leg bent, pull the belly button in. And what we're looking to do here is grab the knee, turn the head, and look behind us. And this is where, we'll put our chair here, where you may want to grab a hold of the chair. So we're here like this, and we're looking to do this sort of thing and turn the head. So it's a big twist in the spine. And if you need the chair, that's fine. If you don't, you put the arm up like this. And so this is the beginning variation, just grabbing a hold of the knee. Eventually, what you do is you grab a hold of the foot, and we do a big twist in the spine. And if our balance is good, the hand is up here. Otherwise, we're hanging on to the chair. Now let's have a look on the opposite side. So you put all the weight on this leg, once again centering. You can do just the knee. What we're doing here is we're twisting the spine and we're looking behind us. So this is a twisted tree. And if that's working for you, you can also grab the ankle, straighten the leg, and then turn the head, twist the spine, and hold the hand up and have the tree fall over. So we're here, we're here. And so you can check here and go, okay, do I need the tree? Do I need the chair or not? And it's like, no, I need the chair today. So that's tree pose. The last one, actually the very last one in the Dao Yin series is called scorpion. And once again, the chair is your friend. Unless your balance is great, or you have some walls available. And as I said, my walls, they're not available. That one's a window. I'd fall out into the street. And this one, there's a door behind there, but it's all glass. And I'd end up falling through it as well. So I have Mr. Chair. So scorpion pose looks like this. And it works best from a side view. So what we're looking to do here is bend forward. I'm going to hold on to the chair here, lift the leg up, and you want to get parallel to the floor. And we hang out here. Eventually, this comes up towards the head. And we're here like this. And then we have the other leg. Let's bring this back. So, once again, that establishing the foundation. We're on the large triangle, equal weight between the heel and the toe. We tip forward. We hold on to the chair here if you need that for balance. You lift the leg up. And then once again, this is where we keep the hips level. Lower the torso down, lift the leg up, and then over time, this comes up here. And that's scorpion pose. And we'll do it once more on each side. So we're here, put all the weight in my left foot here. We grab a hold of the chair. You want to get the torso parallel to the floor. And we hang out here. And we come here to the other side. So you put the weight on the right foot. Establish that foundation so you're centered over the large triangle. Swing the leg back, lower the torso down, and we hang out here. And there we go. And that's the 3 balancing poses at the end of the Dao Yin series. So white crane stands on one leg, tree pose, and scorpion pose. And so now we're going to pull down the heavens 3 times to wrap up this part of the Dao Yin series. So gather the qi from the earth, bring it down from the heavens. All right. And as always with all of our Qigong practices, we're going to wrap up with the 5 directions. So now we need to be in that stacking of the bones stance. So shoulder, ribs, hip, ankle, all in a pile, knee bent, leg straight. Same thing going on over here. And now 5 directions. Forward on the inhale. Backward on the exhale. Inhale, we're off to the right. And exhale, down to the hip. Inhale, we're off to the left. And down to the hip. Then inhale, we're up to the center. And down to the hips. So inhale, watch the hands. Exhale. You watch the hands come down. Inhale, watch the hand rise up. Exhale, watch it come down to the hip. Inhale, you watch the hand come up. And exhale, we watch it come on down. Inhale. And exhale. We inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4. Inhale, a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4. Inhale and exhale. Now, coming to the center is a little different. We inhale for 4. then exhale. 4 when we get to the throat, and 4 when we get to the brass basin. So one more cycle. And we come up to the center and exhale. And the second exhale. And that's it for today. That's the end of the Dao Yin series. And we'll see you all next time.